Welcome back, episode 30 of Who Should You Choose, the video series where I go through the prior videos, questions, and comments and help you with your HUT lineup decisions. I will try to get one out every single day during the week this week, simply to try and help you guys with Team of the Year. I feel like a lot of you have specific situations that I tried to cover in my Team of the Year videos, but there's always going to be one-off, so I thought I'll start every day by releasing these. If you want to get your question answered in the next video, all you've got to do is subscribe with notifications on. You'll see the video go live, and then just pop your question in there. You have a good shot at getting answered on the next episode. That being said, this one did come out, I believe, the day of Team of the Year or right before, so there might be some pre-Team of the Year questions, so I apologize. So RVR says, hey, man, I have 1.5 million in coins. Should I buy a Team of the Year player or base players for sets? So you want to do the math. If you see a player like McDavid, McKinnon, those guys, there's really no need to go and buy them tradable. There's really no advantage to it. So if you do the math on what the sets would cost per collectible, you're probably going to find out that you could probably make 2 Team of the Year cards for 1.5 million as opposed to just buying one for like 1.3. Hey, sir, I followed you a while back when you had instruction videos, tips on gameplay. Is that going to return? I still have many tip videos that go out on my channel. Those videos, it's tough because throughout the year, there's lots of patches now. So what I've started to do more of is release YouTube Shorts or on my TikTok or Instagram. If you guys have, everyone has Instagram, go follow my Instagram. I release all my reels there. I've been doing a lot of just small little tips, whether it be a set play on the overload or how to break into the zone, how to effectively use the stride deke, all of that stuff. You can find those in my YouTube Shorts, on my TikTok, or my Instagram Reels. I upload about once a day. So I try and help out there as best I can. The overall videos, like I said, those take like hours to do. And while, you know, obviously there's no harm in doing that. It's just, I think that this is more effective because of so many patches. If I spend 10 hours on a video that might change because, you know, Wheels gets a massive buff and now gameplay changes a little bit, not as helpful. So Jamie Benn is good. Brother, this is 2015. Been rocking 78 Hildeby. He's been gross. Oh, we're talking about goalies. Oh, man, I'm so over Markstrom, dude. It's just, I played like 400 games with my 85 Markstrom. I just don't want to spend money on a goalie. Hey, Sleeves, I hope all is well. I have 92 untradeable Jack Hughes. Just got his X Factor worth the upgrade after Team of the Year. I'm going to make a pretty blanket statement here. If you have, or no, let's go even broader. Literally every single piece of your collection and your focus and your rewards this week should be on the male Team of the Year. These 6 cards are among the best in the game, and they will remain that all the way up until about Team of the Season, and even usually past Team of the Season. They usually do like a 1-for-1 trade-in. So if McDavid gets Team of the Season, which he will, it'll be a different card, and you could trade it in and get both, essentially. So that's what you want to do. If you have cards that do not improve your standing with Team of the Year, so let's say Jack uses X Factor or Jack Eichel's X Factor, both are great cards to upgrade. I would still upgrade them throughout the year. I just wouldn't do it right now. I'd put all my focus on upgrading and getting what I can to get more Team of the Year cards. Dawson says, hey, Sleeves, I have about 260,000 coins. I'm thinking if I should get Gordie Howe. I just got the 87 next-gen Connor Bedard for 150K. If I should wait a bit longer for the price to drop even more, I just got NHL for Christmas. I think Gordie Howe might drop to like 200,000 coins. The market after Team of the Year is very odd because everything has been traded in. We go through this period where everything that was in collections on the market was literally purchased and then traded away. So that's something that's really not taken into account. Obviously there's so many packs and everything like that, all these cards at the market. But for a majority of the cards, more than any other sequence of time in the game, they get traded in and they're gone. They're out of the player base. Like when you trade in a bunch of 87s for, Team of the Year collectibles, right? So no one has like stuff to sell. No one's buying because it's like no one has coins and they're not better than Team of the Year. It's just January is a very weird phase after Team of the Year. Gordie Howe, Gretzky, and Lemieux will all continue to drop because of the change this year to their guaranteeing you're guaranteed to be able to make whoever you want. Last year, there was a gamble. You had to get Messier, Maurice Richard, and Jean Beliveau. Like, if you didn't get those 3 specifically, you couldn't make Gretzky, Lemieux, or Howe, or Gretzky or Lemieux. So That being said, now you can make whoever you want, and you can just pick them. That's why they're falling in price. So, and they will continue to do so. +1 on the Shanahan take. I don't remember. It's the problem with doing these 3 days in advance. Hey, Slaves, do you think Eric Carlson will get Team of the Year over McCarr? He will already get a 99 card. I did think that Eric Carlson would get Team of the Year. If you saw my prediction video with Arda, it's clear more than ever now. And I was wrong. I was under the impression that they went up to about December 1st when they go to take in everything into account for Team of the Year, simply because they have to send out get the custom made skates or the goalie mask. And the Justin Bauer skates, the gold Team of the Year ones, looked incredible. I saw Miro Heiskanen, so good. And so I knew, and the card art itself has to get made by a graphic designer, so it takes about a month. At least that's what I thought. It's obvious they go until like maybe the second week of November, because if you go to October 31st, January 1st to October 31st, Miro Heiskanen was the highest scoring defenseman in the NHL. And everyone was up in arms about how Miro Heiskanen got it over everyone else. Well, when you think in the parameters of who are the players that did well in that time frame, Miro Heiskanen was the choice, or one of much more viable. So it sucks for Quinn and and Carlson. But hey, Slaves, if I can't make a Team of the Year card, what should I invest my fodder in? You should sell it, and if it's untradeable, just hold on to it. The next event's going to come out, and the overalls are probably going to be maybe 90 overall. I would assume that we'll get 90 overall. All right, this is the fastest I've stopped playing. I did like 3 champs games for some power-ups and stopped. I run Mercer, Heischer, Meyer, Hughes, Shanny, and Newey as a top 6 with full attack strats, and only play against McDavid 99-66 and team builders even in low div 2. There's just no variety of teams to gameplay. Team/gameplay. I try to keep it fun by going for deeks and tip shots, but it's just the nature of only having a ranked online mode to play in HUT. I'd rather eat paint than play squad battles, by the way. Brother, I feel this in my soul. I have become worse at the game, which is crazy because you would think that the longer my career goes that I would get better, but I just simply focus on making content more than playing the game. And even when I am playing the game, I'm just trying to get it done. Like, it is the epitome of doing your chores, And if you are someone who feels that and you don't stream or you don't make content, you got to find another game. Or even try World of Shell or franchise mode, because it's at the end of the day, it's a video game. It shouldn't feel like work. And I pray to God EA finally changes up the cycle so that it's not rival squad battles, champs repeat, because brutal. In terms of the teams you're gonna play, I mean, brother, good luck playing any team that doesn't have Mac and McDavid now, the team builder card. So, and then gameplay. I used to get really annoyed that I was in Division 2, because, again, I do this for a living, and I should be better, and I hold myself to a higher standard. That being said, it's now evident that Division 1 is like World Series and MLB. It's just the player base is separated enough from Division 1, Division 2, which might be attributed to maybe a bigger skill gap than we've seen in prior years. I mean, last year, for Christ's sakes, everyone just did the same quick wrap, and that was it. There was no skill gap. There was very little skill gap. This year, with the full pressure system, and we can argue if there is a skill gap. I haven't really thought about it, and I'll find out when I do the World Championships, which is coming up in the next couple months. That being said, Division 2, not only am I stuck there, which I've never been. I've always been Division 1. But the players that I know so many people in this community, obviously, because I play all day. There's people that I would have never guessed that are not in Division 1 and they're in Division 2. So what I think has happened is a couple things. One, the best players in the world now all stream. If you want to watch Eki or Duncan Deli or, lots of the Pogues, Geimer, all of the Junior Pens, lots of the best players in the world stream their games. And that's great. But the other thing that leads to is that the community and the player base as a whole becomes much more informed. And like all video games, especially sports games, the higher an online competition you get, the further you get away from the sport, because it becomes less of, hey, I just want to play a fun hockey game, to, hey, I got to win this game. like this specific video game. And that's the hard part with NHL, and it's unfortunate, but I think, man, I think back to 5 years ago, and there was really no, like, there was much less top end players playing and streaming, and even the World Championship was in its infancy, and it was much harder to get those like go-to strats and those glitch animations, and not even like the goals, but like the deking and the stuff that you do to create time and space that the top end players can do. And then on top of that, it could just be your connection, man. This game suffers from whatever your connection is more than any other game, man. It's brutal. Who should I pair with next gen Brock Faber? I've got 100,000 coins. Thanks. That is a right-handed defenseman. Oh, left-handed Anze Kopitar. Let me know in the comments how you feel about Hutverse. I know that on Coffee and Shell, Padre is going to lose his goddamn mind. And I am personally a hockey traditionalist, so I'm not huge on it. But I think it's kind of fun for the moment. But Shea Weber at center is just such a stupid look. What's up, GOAT? I'm talking to you, Sleeves, not Markstrom. Man, Markstrom, oh, God, rest in peace, brother. Like, you were so good at the beginning of the year. I don't know what to do with my Team of the Year collectibles. I can make roughly 88 of them. You can make 2 Team of the Year players. I have Hillary and McDavid's X Factor basically maxed. Should I make McKinnon and Miro? Oh, this must have come out after. Or should I make one of them, then make McDavid discounted and bank the fact that Hillary gets a Team of the Year and make her discounted next week? Focus on the now, man. Focus on the now. You'll get another set of rewards during the Women's Team of the Week, so you might be able to. If you have Hillary's discounted, you might be able to, if you really stretch things. But if you have McDavid's X Factor and you can make 2, it's so hard because that third spot, like McKinnon, yes. McKinnon and McDavid are must-makes unless you have McDavid's X Factor. There's an argument to be made there. I talked about this in my rankings video. Miro not getting live moment or Team of the Week cards for basically a month because he's injured does come into play. And the fact that, he is 6'1", 195, which is great. And he is so good right now. Don't disregard what I'm saying here or take everything literally. He is the best, one of the best, if not the best left-handed defenseman in the game right now. As the game goes along, that's going to change. There is going to be a 93 team builder left-handed defenseman that is going to absolutely smoke Miro Heiskanen more than likely. So I just love Tkachuk. And maybe that's biased because I got to meet him and play some NHL with him. But he is literally the closest thing we have to Jerome McGinley in the NHL, probably. Maybe Brady, his brother. But that said, like, he's just one of my favorite players to watch, so I think I might have a little bit of a bias. But I also think that as the year goes along, Tkachuk is going to be a better pick than him. Darth Vader breathing sleeves. I am your fodder. Oh, I can't wait for this to die. John goes, hi, I'm a big fan of you for a few years now. Hello from Czechia. Bonjour. Sorry for quarterfinals. Hey, man. I saw a great take. And again, let me know what you think in the comment section. I grew up in, I was born in 1990. And I got to see some of the best international play. Like, I was, 20 years old when Crosby scored his golden goal. And, the Jordan Eberle moment. And the World Juniors has had some amazing things. But I saw this quote that the World Juniors for Canadians has become something that is more than it is because TSN turned it into this marketing event. And they make it such a big deal. And I agree because I was sucked into that. Like, if you are in Canada, you can't. It's hard to miss the World Juniors, as it should be. I'm very proud to be Canadian and the amazing hockey players we have. It's awesome. But over the years, it's lost its luster, and I don't know if it's just because they always win, and obviously they didn't. I'm someone now though who just loves hockey as a whole. And I'll use this as another example. My time working with the Ice Dogs now is I'm a part of their media team, and I'm a co-host of their official podcast. So I'm at every home game, and I watch every game on the road. But we record game recaps, and it's now doing a show like that has made me stop watching hockey like a fan, where you're just watching the puck Like, if you're just a casual fan, or even just someone who's not even a casual fan, like a hardcore fan, more than likely you're just on TV or even in person, you're just chasing the puck. You're just watching the puck and the plays like that. Now it's turned into where I watch specific players, regardless if they have the puck or not. And I become fans of players that I get to see in junior go up against the Ice Dogs, too. I'll give you a perfect example. Ty Nelson from the North Bay Battalion. I believe he's a Seattle draft pick. Probably my favorite player in the OHL to watch right now. And he just crushes people. He's an unreal defenseman, has a hell of a shot. And I think that that's what the World Juniors has become for me. I take the country aspect out. Obviously, I want Canada to win, but if they don't, I'm not like, man, like they're just kids, you know, like they're just kids. So if you're one of those guys that goes on a 4,000 page thesis on Facebook afterwards, you know, get a reality check. But you know, a little bit of a tangent there. But I'm happy to see the smaller countries in terms of hockey compared to Canada get a shot. I on Twitter, by the way, said that man, USA has maybe the best World Junior team that we've seen in quite some time on paper, and they were the favorites, and I just got flamed for it. And like, just open your eyes. I know, you know what I mean? Like, just open your eyes. They were so good, unbelievable. I have exactly enough fodder for 40 collectibles. We'll probably be doing McKinnon. I have 10,000 NHL points. Boo, this man. Should I spend it now or wait for another event? It will not be enough for another Team of the Year player, I guess. Or maybe buy 4 packs, whereas 5 times Team of the Year collectibles and sell my fodder. I now have 175,000 coins. It'll be enough for Extract McDavid. Open your packs now. There will not be an event except for Team of the Season that will have roughly the same value. Not that you're going to pull any, but you want to open your packs now. Do the Jumbo Elites or Ultimate packs if they're in the store. Don't buy those greater chance bullshit. It's just a lie. So don't buy any of those. But yeah, you definitely want to go all in right now. Right now. Team of the Year was a banger event. I managed to make all 6. I have to squeeze out and make 2 female skaters as well, but I will just make 1. So question, I have around 360 non-NHL players between 74 to 79. They are non-tradable. What should I do with them? Make power-ups, hope to pray in a gold reroll or something? I have all 3 ultimate icons. So this is an interesting situation, what to do with the non-NHL gold players, because I think a lot of people will be in this position. Use for power-ups is probably the play. Thanks for the advice. No problem, man. Bonjour, Sleeves. What's a good price for an 87-88? Love the vids. I do not give out price points anymore. I would love to. I love the market, and I love finding those sneaky buys. But thanks to you guys and being blessed with a pretty big audience now, if I tell you what an 87-88 is a good price for it, that price will be obliterated. And I have taken heat over the last 2 years anytime I do so I won't. I will say, do the math. Again, I show you in my video, my event breakdown video. What is a good price? If you want a rough guide, 22,000 and below is a pretty good price for a Team of the Year collectible. Also, it appears that the lower overalls are a bit cheaper, so start there first. It will fluctuate at all times. It will fluctuate. So just when you're going to go cash them in, take the extra time, go find out what each card or what each collectible or per collectible costs, and then go from there. Wyatt says, hey, Slaves, I know it's a little late to ask, but I've just been opening rewards and saving all of my cards. I started at Christmas, but since I didn't have school, I grinded the game and have an 85 overall team with all 85 plus cards. Let's go. Would it be possible to make Bakar's Team of the Year, provided he gets it? Yes, he did. I have his 91 max already, and I have 100,000 coins and like 200 different cards of overalls. I will also have rewards to open. Keep the good work. So this was done a little while ago. Wyatt, if you haven't done it yet, what I would recommend is take your rewards this week on Wednesday, save it all up, and see if you can make 40. If you can make 40, go make McDavid. If you can't get to 40, and don't cash them in and then find out afterwards, like do the math and see what you can do, then I would go ahead and upgrade Makar. That's probably the play. All right, guys, that's going to do it for episode 30 of Who Should You Choose. Again, I will try and make a video Monday through Friday this week in the morning for Who Should You Choose. That way to help you guys out with your Team of the Year questions and things like that. Make sure you are subscribed with notifications on. If you didn't get your question answered in this video, you can come get it answered live. Twitch.tv/NoSleeves12. I'm live by 2 p.m. Eastern time every single day. I'll be happy to answer your question live. Have a good one, fellas.